We've got Payet, Payet. I just don't think you understand. Super Slavin's man, he's better than Zidane. We've got Dimitri.
I just don't think you understand. Well, thank you to one of our followers for singing that song for us, and welcome to Talk a Good Game. I am Redhammer. Tonight I've got Tom with me. Tom, you must have loved singing that on Saturday.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yep, really good.
You must have died. You got thrown about the rows, I believe.
Yeah, I ended up 6 rows down when the second goal went in. Yeah, I done my leg. I wasn't walking all day Sunday, but no, it was good. It was worth it.
Fantastic, and I've also got regular Gonzo with me. Good evening, Gonzo.
Evening. Just like to say, what a wonderful job Tom did singing that intro. Then he's got a lovely, he's a feminine voice, but a lovely voice.
Yeah, he hit it well. I wasn't going to mention it was Tom, but you completely hung him out to dry there, haven't you?
You can do a lot when you're holding that sack.
I'll tell you something though, I cannot wait for Saturday. It's been a long time since I've genuinely, on a Monday and Tuesday in the week, I've genuinely been thinking, I wish Saturday will hurry up. It's been a long time since I felt like this. You guys must be the same. Gonzo, are you the same? Are you buzzing for Saturday already?
I am. What day is it? It's only Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. With a genuine sense of expectation. Well, mate, even if it's not expectation, I'm not fearing that we're going to get thrashed, and yeah, I mean it can't come quickly enough.
Tom, has West Ham got their mojo back? Do you think Saturday just really hammered home the fact that this is no longer just a make-believe, that we're actually something on the verge of something good at West Ham?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think Chelsea, to be honest, I think this is probably the first season of the last 10, I'd say, that they probably think, oh, West Ham, could actually do something against us the weekend. And yeah, so I think I feel our last 3 results are pretty poor against them, but yeah, so I think so, yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll get the views of a Chelsea fan later on in the show. Friday, before the Saturday game, Friday, keep your eye out on our social media. We're doing a £10 rolling accumulator. Last weekend we put £10 on both teams to score at Selhurst Park. That bet won thanks to Carl Jenkinson. So we've returned £17.28. We've put it all on Bournemouth to lose. The reason I say Bournemouth to lose is because they're playing Tottenham, and I'd rather not say Tottenham to win. So we'll put it all on Bournemouth to lose. If that wins, we get back just under 40 quid, and we'll roll it on, and we're going to try and make £1,000 and give a load of cash away to some of our followers. All you have to do to enter is retweet and follow and share on Facebook our Friday flutters. Keep your eyes out on Friday on our social media. Views on Chelsea then, Gonzo. Come on then. What's your view on Chelsea so far this season?
There's no secret. They've been crap by their own high standards. What I think is probably going to go in our favour is, yet again, the fixture list seems to have been very kind for us. So whilst we've had a whole week to get over our short journey from the bottom of South Norwood Hill back to East London, they're off in Moscow or Kazakhstan or wherever they are tonight. They got to fly back. Are they not in Moscow?
It's Kiev. They're playing in Ukraine.
Ukraine, Moscow. Well, it'll all be Russia soon anyway, won't it? So who cares? But without being too political, so they've got a long journey back, and yeah, I think they're gonna suffer, and we might catch them on the hop in the same way that we did with City.
Tom, you just spoke about there about looking forward to the game. What's your views on Chelsea then?
Yes, as Gonzo said, they've had a 50-50 season so far, haven't they? Really, it hasn't been nothing set the Premier League alight. Yeah, so, and to be honest with you, I was more worried about the Crystal Palace than Chelsea game. That's my God's honest opinion.
Funny you say that, actually. I think that's a really good point. I probably was as well. I think their defence is a bit of a shambles. I think Terry and the managers have just lost whatever they had last season. I wouldn't say a yard of pace. We're never fast, but they've declined dramatically. But I think their manager's got a lot to answer for. I think he's gone a wee bit nuts. Putting Matic on as a sub, hauling them off, putting Hazard on the bench on Saturday. Tell you something, I don't think he's going to have the balls to keep Hazard on the bench when he comes to Upton Park. He can make a statement against Villa at home all he likes, but I think we're a total different kettle of fish compared to Aston Villa. There's no way Mourinho's going to keep Hazard on the bench against us, so he just hasn't got the balls to do it, I don't think. But guys, while you're here, remember to subscribe to us. It does mean a lot to us. Seeing your subscription, seeing your likes, seeing your comments, and also your interaction on hammerschat.com. Give us your views and opinions on the game. we're now going to go and listen to the opinions of a Chelsea fan, but do stick with it because he's not actually that bad for a Chelsea fan. Here is Who Are You? This is the part of the show called Who Are You, when we speak to the opposition fan. I'm delighted to be joined by a Chelsea fan tonight. Well, maybe not delighted, but I'm glad I managed to find one. Anthony, thank you very much for coming on.
No problem.
What do you make of your season so far?
Bit up and down, really. Obviously, we got the result on the weekend, which was a great result, but season so far has probably been disastrous. Is probably the best way of putting it. Back four all over the place. Just got no stability, really, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, are you worried? Are you worried that City are too far ahead, or are you confident you can catch them?
Honestly, I can't see us catching them. I can't see it. But I think if one team's going to do it in the Premiership, I think it will be us. But like I said, we've got to stop conceding goals. At the moment, we're just leaking goals.
Yeah, I think Saturday could be a big test for you. What's your views on West Ham then?
This season, to be honest with you, I think Slaven Bilic is working wonders. He's made a couple of great signings. Obviously, Payet. You've got the wingers, Lanzini. He looks a good player. You've got a few great players. So you're looking good. You're looking strong.
Yeah, we are. Thanks for Moses, by the way.
You're welcome. He can't play on the weekend though, so that's all right.
Yeah. Do you think any of the West Ham players would get into the Chelsea 11 on current form?
On current form, all 11, yeah. Payet will definitely probably have to walk in the squad. You know, his creativity is fantastic. Current 11, I like Winston Reid a lot. He's solid, he's quick, he reads the game well. So, yeah, maybe him and Payet at the moment.
I was kind of hoping you would say Winston Reid, actually. Is there any team news on the Chelsea side of things that we need to look out for? Obviously, right now, when I'm speaking to Anthony, guys, it's half-time in the Champions League game.
It is indeed, yeah.
It's early in the week. But is there any team news that you can throw at us so far?
I think we've got a fully fit squad, to be honest with you. The thing for me will be whether he plays Baba Rahman at left back or Azpilicueta. For me, I'll probably play Azpilicueta and play Zuma right back because your attacking force is quite strong. So I would rather have that more stable. You know, Baba Rahman's fantastic going forward, but at the back on the weekend he was a bit suspect. So the only thing with that is, and Matic seems to be playing okay tonight. So it's whether he will sit with Ramirez or whether Oscar will come back in the number 10 role. You know, so we've got loads of options. You know, we've got a great squad, but players just need to start performing, really.
Yeah, I think it's the same with us, really. We've got a good squad as well. It's time to put your neck on the line, though, Anthony. Give us your score prediction.
Whoa. I'll say 2-1 Chelsea.
Well, you can find out our predictions later in the show. But, Anthony, thank you very much for popping on.
No problem at all.
And this has been Who Are You? And thanks to Anthony there for giving us his opinion on Chelsea and West Ham. Now, earlier today, I just randomly put out a tweet asking if anyone had any questions for you guys. A few of you got in touch, mainly about team selection, but someone, Lloyd Alexander, asks, who replaces Moses? Tom?
For me, personally, it'd be Zarate or Valencia.
And yourself, Gonzo?
It's got to be Zarate because I think he's really earned that. He sort of, you know, every time he's come on as a substitute, he's done well. So I'd put him in there, and I think if he's on the right-hand side, then he's going to be attacking old bummer Rumbarber down the right or whatever his name is. And, yeah, I think he could probably cause havoc. I do think Bilic will probably go for Obiang now, but I'd choose Zarate.
Yeah, well, Zach Sims asked a similar question. He asked what team you would play now that we've got obviously got all the players back, and Song is... David Gold said Song's fit and ready to go. So how fit, I don't know. Will Bilic play him? Will he be on the bench? We'll just have to wait and see. But David Gold also seems to think he's fit, and this always was his targeted game, I think, and he didn't play on Monday night in the development game. So we'll wait and see. There might be a wee surprise coming. Tom, Gonzo's gone into a bit of detail about his team there. Zach says, what team do you play? What would you do?
Obviously, we can't play Moses, so I would probably go with Zarate, thinking about it, because he's had a bit more match fitness than Valencia. But for me personally, one of the ones that I looked at, and I would personally swap. I mean, he's done all right the last couple of games, hasn't he? Well, he's scored a couple of goals. Jenkinson. It could be because his defensive errors have cost us quite a few points this season. So me personally, I put a Bonga and Reed in the middle and put Tompkins out right, because I don't want anyone, especially with Chelsea's pace down that side. I don't want anyone getting Willian. I think Willian and Hazard and all that. Yeah, so I wouldn't want anyone getting him like making any silly mistakes. And Jenkinson's the one that does. So me personally, I would hope that he puts Tompkins right back. Good old-fashioned defending. Get rid of it.
Before Saturday, I would have agreed, but I thought Jenkinson played fine against Palace actually, and he was up against Balassi, who isn't exactly the easiest player to play against, and he has Zaha on his side, he had Sacco and Punchin to deal with at various times of the game. I thought he did okay. I think he would be a bit of a dent. I mean, we're trying to get him confident again, and the last thing we want to do is after an acceptable performance, haul him off and say, sorry mate, you're not good enough for this game, and just probably thump his confidence again. I would put Ogbonna in, and Reed actually for both centre backs, but I think it's harsh on Tompkins. I think Tompkins has stepped up again this season, but it's good to have these options. I think Zarate will come in as well. I'm not his biggest fan, but he's deserved it. The last 3 games he's come on, he's really taken the game by the scruff of the neck and looked to make things happen. And I think he's actually accepting responsibility this season compared to last season. I think he was happy to hide on the pitch, including when he was at QPR. I think he was happy to be in the background, not involved very much. Whereas this season, I think he wants to stand out, and it probably helps having players similar alongside him. But Gonzo, you said you're confident. Any thoughts for the game that you'd like to throw in before we wrap it up?
No, I mean it's just more the sort of feeling of looking forward to it, like you touched on earlier, feeling euphoria. Normally there'd be a sense of trepidation before a Chelsea game, but I'm going in there with a bit of belief. And we've been talking about the different setups and what teams we play, but for once I've actually got absolute faith in the manager. Whatever team he does play, he might not even go for the extra wide man. He might chuck Andy Carroll up there instead and start that way. But whatever he does, I've got faith that we are going to cause Chelsea problems, because Lanzini and Payet are just such good players. And if it does turn out that we can bring people like Song and Ogbonna in, then my goodness, what one, we've got a player from Juventus and a player from Barcelona to chuck in. Not too shabby at all.
Indeed. Now, before we get predictions from these two guys and ask them to put their neck on the line again, a couple of news. Obviously, the under-21s won 4-0 against Wolves. Valencia scored, and so does Samuelson. Now, it'll be interesting to see how long it takes before Samuelson's knocking on the door, because he keeps doing it week in, week out for the development squad. So we'll look out for him. The ladies' team drew 2-2 last weekend. They played Lewis United at home on Sunday this weekend. So if you're free, 2 o'clock kickoff at Hornchurch, £5 entry. You can go and watch the ladies' team. Prediction time, boys. Gonzo, you've still not got one right. What's your prediction for this week?
This is the week. We're going to beat them 3-1.
Oh. Tom, prediction time.
Chelsea ain't going to score. It's going to be 3-0 the Hammers.
Go on, mate, Lord. I hope you're going to have money on that, Tom.
Come on, traitor. You better say something positive.
Actually, I think it's going to be 3-1 as well, actually. I've got a feeling that if there was another goal in the game, I've got more confidence in us getting a fourth than I do in Chelsea getting a second for some reason. I just think at some point in the season, everything's going to click and we're going to turn some team over. And it might not be 5-0 or something, but we're just going to play them off the park. And I think it's going to be Saturday. I actually think we're going to finish Chelsea's title hopes on Saturday, pretty much. I think City will win, Chelsea will lose, and then I think Pellegrini is going to be giving Bilic a right and say, cheers, mate. Pretty much title over. Tom, you've got something to say? Let's hear it.
No, obviously, because you got Bilic and Dixie, old players. I mean, they used to play for the team, and I think Dixie obviously has got. He'll let the players know, won't he? This is what this is one of the games of the season for me personally that means a lot. I mean, obviously Chelsea and the Spuds, so I think obviously they'll get that in the players' heads, and I think it's going to have that'll have a say in the game as well. Myself, that's my own view.
Yeah, well, we're buzzing. I think the bowling is going to be buzzing on Saturday. I think that's going to make a huge difference in the game. Just the feeling amongst the fans. Gonzo, thank you very much for tonight. I hope your prediction comes right.
Thank you. Is Tom going to sing us out?
Yeah. Why not? Let's just chuck on. We've got a wee clip of Thierry Henry's reaction to Dimitri Payet. We'll throw that on the end with Tom singing. Tom, thank you for singing. Thank you for joining us.
No problem, guys.
I've been Redhammer. We've been Hammer's Chat. Thank you.
Good. You understand. Super Slavic man, he's better than Zidane. We've got Dimitri